Welcome to part 2 of our debt video series, Interest Rates Make All the Difference. Using credit comes with a price, one of the highest costs being the interest rate. APR stands for annual percentage rate, which tells you the cost of the loan per year as a percentage of the amount borrowed. You can use the APR interest rate for apple-to-apple comparisons when shopping around for rates. You should be aware of teaser and limited time offer rates. They often start very low, then increase by a great deal. Many credit card companies have reputations for ripping off customers, especially with their teaser rates that have ridiculously high APRs after the promo expires, and expensive fees hidden in the fine print. That's why it's often safer to use credit cards from credit unions who have your best interest in mind and often have much lower interest rates and fees. All the same, you have to do the work to make sure you know what you're getting into. Even a 1% difference in interest rates can make a huge difference. Be smart about shopping around to get the best rate you can. That's why having good credit is so important, because you can get lower rates that way. When reading the fine print, some things you should be comparing are the annual fee. That's the yearly charge for the privilege of borrowing money. Not all cards charge this fee, such as the Aerospace Federal Credit Union card. Other things to compare are the credit limit. That's the maximum amount of credit a lender will extend to a customer. Fees are often charged if customers exceed that limit. The finance charge is usually seen on credit card statements. This represents the actual dollar cost of using credit to maintain a balance. The origination fee, usually associated with home loans, is a fee charged for setting up the loan. There's also the loan term. This is the length of time you have to pay off the loan. The length affects the payment amount. And the grace period, that's the length of time you can have a balance without being charged interest. An over-the-limit fee is charged when you exceed your limit, and a late fee is a penalty charged when your payments are late. You should always find out how much is charged and how many days after the missed date it's charged. Many advertisers like to focus on smaller numbers of the monthly payment, but that doesn't tell you anything about the real cost. Read the fine print to find out how many months you'll be making payments. Do the math and make your decision based on the total cost. Sometimes you'll find these advertisers focus on the smaller number because the item they're selling is so overpriced to start with. If it was a good price, they wouldn't want to hide it. Missing a payment is very serious. It can affect your credit score. It can hurt you for up to 7 years it's on your credit report. Missing a payment can also affect the universal default clause rate. If you didn't read your fine print carefully, your credit card might have a universal default clause. That allows them to hike up your interest rate with just one missed payment, even if you were late paying back a different lender. Missing a credit card payment isn't the only thing that can hurt you. Missing a phone bill payment can end up on your credit report. The ripple effect can hurt you for a long time and in a myriad of ways. If you know you can't make a payment, call the lender before you miss it and see if they can help you reach an agreement. This concludes part 2 of our debt video series. Please continue by watching part 3, The True Cost of Credit.